Hello, my friends. Here we are again in presence and with our heart. And here again with my practice of my English. I hope I do well and still doing well. I hope you could understand because this moment is important because I want to share with you and research and self research for something particular. And I hope you can use it as well. But let's go to the topic. So, I don't know if it had happened to you that you are in some conflict, you are with some troubles, and you feel like down, and then your friend, your family, or yourself came and give you some words that put you high, put you up, and say, "Oh, I'm like feeling good," no? But happens that a time goes, days goes, and you return to the same conflict or similar conflict, and you again are down. And you repeat it and down, up and down, up and down. What's going on? It had happened to me. So that's why I say, well, let's understand it. Okay? So in the title, you will know more or less how would be the topic. And first of all I want to do is to share my research, but you can use it as a map because the most important thing that I think is that you should have a date with you, with yourself, naked, totally naked. And what do I mean by that? You maybe have some beliefs, some cosmovision, but the inner journey, knowing yourself, it leads you to give all the points, reference points apart. Put your beliefs apart or your thoughts apart so you can see what things are going on. And even for this topic or for what I want to share with you, taking like curiosity and saying, oh, let me search by myself and understand by myself, because this kind of understanding, yourself understanding, is more profound and leads you to a real change than this topic that we are going to discuss. I have my cell phone and a notebook to help me with my English. So let's go to the thing. So what's going on with this thing that you have conflict, some good words, you feel up, and then sometime you feel down and going to the same topic, to the same conflict. By this means we have to understand the action of the thoughts, what implies thinking. And sometimes we don't know how to use our thinking, and we do not understand our thinking. Okay, so this is a more profound topic about the thoughts, but I will give a summary, more or less. So let's go first to the know that thoughts came from the survival mode, for the biological mode of survival. And what this implies, that this tool wants you to keep you alive and to discard all things that provokes the death of the body. So this is the basic. So all the memory that gathers the biological being is about to using that thoughts, that information to survival. Okay? But what happened through the evolution, through our bad use, or even manipulation, if we can go over there, this survival mode of the biological being expand to the psychological being. Okay? So The construct, the self, the belief system, gather all his own information also to survive. And how does the thought or the self survive? With reaffirmation, we gather in another kind of thought that reaffirms there, rejecting all ideology that doesn't come from the same system. So this basic mode of survival also happened to the psychological structure. Okay? And what happens, like in the biological being and also in the psychological being, when life is perpetuate pleasure. Okay? So the reaffirmation of the psychological being gives you kind of pleasure. Okay? Let's keep this for a moment. Psychological reaffirmation, whatever kind of belief you have, but if it's reaffirmation, give you kind of pleasure. Okay? So let's put it there. And then let's go to understanding a little bit what is the main thing of the conflicts. As I said in another videos, I think, I hope I am wrong, but all the conflicts came from our images, our expectative, our mask, our, let me search the good right word. Yes, mental images. So the real conflict comes from the self. Okay? Why? The life is brings you a lot of kind of circumstances, like up, down, some kind of colors. It's extensive variety of circumstances. And what life wants you to be is open to respond well to every circumstances as the circumstances needed. But what happens? We have this kind of images, this mask, this personality, and happen one circumstances, we act with this, another circumstance with that, and we get frustrated, we get conflict because we have this narrow view, we have narrow tool, and with this narrow tool, we want to live in the world, no? So that's the main conflict. If we put aside of our beliefs, personalities, and comes the life with another circumstances, you acted as it is, another circumstances, you acted as it needed, another. So the main conflict comes from that. We have images of what life is, we have images of what the other are or should be, and we have also images of what we are or what we should be. Okay? So that's in summary, that's the main root of the conflicts. We have expectative, we have images, and the images doesn't match with the real thing. That's simple. Okay, that's simple, but you should do your own research. So let's go joining the pieces. So we know that the reaffirmation of our beliefs give us pleasure, and we more or less know what are the roots of the conflict. So what happened when you are in conflict and came your friend, for example, and give you some words that put you up? Oh, that's good, no? First of all, listen to this carefully. We want to hear what we want to hear, because if our friend came and say another word that is not related to our system belief, we feel like, what you're telling me this, I am in this mood. Or even worse, if we have pity friends and they go to the, let me search the word. For example, we have this conflict and came our friends and say something contrary what we are expected to listen. We feel mad, we feel ashamed, and all that. So listen, we want to hear what we want to hear. Even if we go to the videos or to the speakers, to the YouTubers or to the books, to the psychology, to the guru, we want to hear what we want to hear. That's why we go in there, because in another way we search another possibility. So what we do, we had conflict and we search our teacher. Oh, give me explanation because I am the I will give you what you want to listen. So that's basic. We want reaffirmation because that kind of reaffirmation gives you pleasure, but gives you a sense of being something. Okay, let's give a parenthesis. this is this is a paradox. The the self is narrow, give you comfort, give you security, give you pleasure, and we think we are living, and then we leave our beliefs aside, we put the self aside, and we enter to the void of the being, and we are like lost. We enter into crisis, and what's happening? But the thing is, from the presence, from the being, it's the real life. All the other thing are images. Okay, close the parentheses. So matching all the points. So in the same example of the friend, came your friend, you feel in conflict, and your friend said, oh, da 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 da, and you feel, okay, I hear my reaffirmation, I feel something, no? But later on, the time goes and black, we feel down. So let's give a good example to explain this, to match all the pieces, if you are following with me, and I hope you do your own research. So, good example. Maybe I am in conflict about, let me search the word. Okay. I don't know if this is a good word, but lack. You think you are not abundant? Maybe because your father, maybe because your situation, maybe because you are comparing with another, maybe the social pressure, you feel lack, that you don't have abundance. Okay, you construct a image of lackness. Okay, that you don't have enough. You construct an image, but then what happens? In the same reason, because you hate that image, or because you compare yourself with a social pressure, a social need, you project another image of being abundant. Okay, so you have abundance of lack, and you project an image of abundance. So you suppose you are there, and you suppose you are going to be there. So in that, stress is the conflict of the two images, because we think we are this, and we think we are going to be there. So I think I am not abundant, I want to be abundant. Then I feel sad because I am not abundant. Then came my friend and say, don't worry, my friend. You know that if you are with God, you are abundant. So I feel something, I feel comfortable, I feel pleasure, because it's a reaffirmation of my thoughts. Okay? But then goes by, days go by, and you feel again lack, and it's still the conflict. So what is the truth conflict? Is the images, the expectative that we have, the beliefs that we sustain, that we are this and we want to be that. So the inner journey with no reference gives you that point when you start with zero, with no images, and you can understand all the conflicts are because our images that we know, that we project. And even in the path of the self, we want the reaffirmation, but that's not the path. So, so that's a little bit this craziness of this research. And, and as I said, this is like my sharing. If you can use it as a map, really, really, I don't know how to explain, but give you a chance, moment, a time to be in a date with you with no reference, with no point, and starting to question what is it, who I am, what are the thoughts, and yeah, you should enter in some crisis, but at the good one, the good crisis, the vacuum crisis. But we are still going on. So this is my research about this topic. I hope give you some guidance, some map, some guide, so you can do your research. And if you are still in this kind of conflict or this cartoon of feeling feeling down, then something take you up, but another down, up, down, down, down. And I hope this your self research could lead you to a real emancipation of the conflict, to understanding yourself. That's the thing, understanding yourself. So that's it. I hope I hope my English is well. I hope you're doing well. And let's see you in another video. Ciao ciao.